It's a rainy day here in Ohio, so we're going to talk about the Umbrella Man. So the weather was nice in Dealey Plaza on the day that the president was killed, but there was one man that had an umbrella there while nobody else did. And as the motorcade came right in front of him, he's along the curb in Dealey Plaza on the north side, the side where the grassy knoll is. He's down in front of Abraham Zapruder. You can see the edge of his umbrella in the Zapruder film. He opens the umbrella up right when the president drives past. Then there's another guy that came to be known as the dark-complected man who raises his right hand right before the president goes in front of him, right before Kennedy was shot. What's crazy is the Umbrella Man goes and sits on the curb next to the dark-complected man when everybody else is either ducking or they're running up to see, what's going on up on the grassy knoll. These two guys are just sitting there kind of looking like they're waiting for their mom to pick them up from soccer practice, is what it looks like to me. Then what gets crazy is dark-complected man pulls out what looks like a walkie-talkie. I know it's totally up to interpretation, but it looks a little bit like a walkie-talkie, I think you gotta say. If it's not a walkie-talkie, it looks like one, right? He puts it up to his mouth, it looks like, and then he tucks it in the back of his waist and walks away. Maybe it's not a walkie-talkie. We don't know who that guy is. We didn't know who either of them were until Louie Witt came forward in 1978 for the HSCA and said that he was the Umbrella Man. A lot of people don't think that he was the real Umbrella Man. Supposedly, he says the reason he did it was to protest JFK's dad when he was the ambassador to the Court of St. James. And Neville Chamberlain basically had the whole, he wanted to appease Hitler so his people didn't get killed. Well, it turns out they got killed anyway, fighting the war later. And, appeasement in hindsight, a lot of people don't think was a great idea. So anyway, it was a trolling move, allegedly, to troll Kennedy about the actions of his dad. We never learned who the dark-complected man was. Umbrella Man, Louie Witt, says that he didn't know this guy and it was just some random guy that sat down next to him and he was mumbling, "They done shot them folks." That's the story of Umbrella Man. Either it's just a random guy doing an elaborate troll protest move, sitting next to another dude who just wanted to get the president's attention, the dark-complected man, or it's a signal guy with, another signal walkie-talkie guy. Or it's a mix and match. Maybe it's neither nor or one or the other. Who knows? But that's the story of Umbrella Man. We cover this in Solving JFK episode 11. Out now anywhere you can find podcasts.